It is the Riot Podcast. Good day. You've made it to Friday, or who knows when you're listening to this.
You're putting pressure on them.
Yeah.
Just to assume that every time a podcast comes out, you're listening to it on the day.
Yeah. You know what? That's not even a standard I can keep to with my podcast.
Let's just say we're happy that we're doing this show. We did it on a Friday.
Yep. And whenever you're listening to it, thanks for listening.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for tuning in. We thank you.
Thanks, Isaiah, as well, for putting it together.
Of course, yes, of course. You guys
An
are all
integral
very
part,
welcome.
yes.
Yeah. So today on the show, we touched on how Toys R Us is coming back.
I was going to ask, does your family feel threatened?
No.
No?
Isaiah's family has a toy store. That's a real toy store.
Yep.
Because in
Yeah.
our area, it would just be Toys R Us coming back in a Macy's.
Yeah.
And I'm not going in a Macy's.
Yeah.
Did your
I'm
family,
also not going in the toy store.
when Toys R Us shut down, did they
They cheer.
Yeah.
We had a
they-
huge party. No. I don't know. Toys R Us was never it's like a competitor of my parents' toy store,
Yeah.
but they're just
It's
so
different.
different, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's so different. So it's it's an interesting
They're
place.
not even
Obviously,
worried
I
about
never
it.
went. Yeah, and I never got to go. I've been inside Toys R Us, yes, but as a child, my parents had a toy store, so I never went
You
to
never
Toys
got
R
to
Us.
Yeah, right.
It was the
You didn't need
forbidden
to.
one.
Yeah,
Well, tell
so-
your parents to put a 2-story slide in their
course.
place, and then we're coming over.
Then we'll show up. Yeah. We talked about that. We also talked about some of the most used emojis.
Uh-huh.
And now Hudson is pretty much exclusive kissy faces.
Yeah, that's it.
Exclusive.
I said you never do
No
anything
context
fun.
needed.
Okay, never, ever anything fun.
What? I'm just, I sing. Is that not fun enough for you?
Okay,
Not
actually,
enough.
that's enough in the room.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But as far as texting and just communicating outside of on air,
Yeah.
I feel like you could warm it up.
I'm a
lot
little
more.
dry, would you
Yeah.
say?
Yes.
Yeah.
We talked about that, and then another thing that I think it just cracks me up every time that it happens. Whenever it's a morning where maybe things are moving slow or something, Hudson will come in and be like, "So Isaiah, do you have anything you want to talk about?" I'm like, "Do I have any content that's just my life?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Well, let me see if I can come up
Would
with
you-
something."
Well, he has nothing going on
I
right
don't.
now.
You live a much more interesting life than Nikki or I.
Hudson's like, "So what are you doing this weekend?" And things that in my mind are just normal to me. Sometimes we can just make entertaining because of how stupid I can be sometimes.
Well, for this, I feel like because we talked about for a long time, and we got a lot of text messages about, is Isaiah's doing a belated Friendsgiving tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I guess I'm a little bit more organized because I would have been like, hey, you waited until the day before. You have to bring a
Right.
side like that. I knew that was going to be your style.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I'm actually working ahead of time right now.
Oh.
Because typically it would be a tomorrow thing where I'm talking to my
panic,
roommate
yeah.
Andrew and be like, "Dude, we need to leave in an hour.
Right.
What if we need to get we need to pick something up?" But now I'm 24 hours in advance. I have plenty of time to go to the store, make something all day tomorrow. I'm wide open now that Ohio State lost. So my Saturday is so open.
Well,
for
heaven help
cooking.
you if you ever host something.
Yeah.
But we do talk about that, and I will tell you, if you have any ideas, you can still text anytime.
Yeah.
So if you're like, no, Isaiah should make, because we'll just use those for what we want to make over the weekend.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
So
right.
you're welcome, because some of the ideas were delicious sounding.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you can text anytime to 8772 RadioU and just put "is for the riot" and then text us your ideas.
Any recipes you'd like to send?
Very
any,
simple ones, though.
Restaurants you'd like us to go pick up stuff up from? We'll do it.
That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I think my move is going to be.
Yeah, just go pick up a few things.
Just picking it up, you
Yeah.
know? Because I know I'm not a cook. I'm not going to try to be someone I'm not.
Uh-huh.
And I know I'm not a cook.
You want a genuine experience with you
Yes.
for your Friendsgiving.
Exactly. So, yeah, we talked about that. And then at the very end of the show, we talked about also some other weekend plans, what we're excited for sports-wise going into the weekend, and pretty much how now every day there's some sort of football on, except for Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Well, everybody, enjoy your weekend, whatever you're doing, and then we'll all come back again on Monday, and then we'll talk about what we did over the weekend.
We'll reconvene.
All right. All right. Have a
Bye,
great weekend,
guys.
y'all.
The riot isn't all bad, but this is the worst of the riot. RadioU.
All right. Let's say you're going to get snowed in somewhere.
Yeah.
It's not your not your house, where would you like to be?
A resort.
Oh, yeah?
I'd like to be in a really nice hotel.
Or like a spa
Oh, yeah, real fancy
with
one.
hot springs, maybe?
Yep.
Hey, there you go.
And all the food you want.
Of
and
course.
all the entertainment that you want. And you're safe and snug and sound.
Yeah, maybe in a mountain chalet or something.
that
or,
sounds nice.
I don't know. There could be avalanches there. So.
Well, maybe then I should be in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
There you're like, whoops, there's no snow actually.
Well,
and she's fine.
they'd be very unprepared, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I think this one is not a bad option either. IKEA.
Yeah.
It actually happened earlier this week in Denmark. They had a snowstorm. It dropped 12 inches of snow, which, that's nothing. You ever been through 12 inches of snow?
I guess.
Once you get above 6, it's all the same.
Yeah, but maybe they just weren't prepared.
Yeah, they evidently were not. So 6 customers, they maybe, they were too full of themselves. They saw the forecast. They're like, 12 inches?
We're going to IKEA.
Yeah, let's go to IKEA. So they all headed down there and then found that they could not leave. So between those 6 customers, 12 employees that obviously they had to be at work to serve the 6 customers. They also got trapped. So you wound up with 18 people that had to stay overnight at the IKEA. So naturally, they all go and sleep on the beds in the showroom.
I actually think that'd be a really fun night.
Yeah,
if you got
it?
stuck. If you had to get stuck somewhere.
Yeah.
There's food.
Uh-huh.
There's Swedish meatballs.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
There's all the
They
stuff
got
you
coffee.
like. They have coffee.
Yep.
Which is normally free here if you're a IKEA member.
Uh-huh.
And then you could just
It better
sleep.
be free if you're snowed in there.
I know. And then you could just sleep on one of the, beds.
They've got horse meat. They've
Well,
got
that's allegedly
everything you want.
That's actually a great place.
Yeah, it would be a lot of fun. I think when you get up to 18 people, I don't know how many beds they have there.
Oh, it's plenty.
You think they have a lot?
Yeah, they have some
Do you think they had
sofas
to
that pull
unbox
out.
some mattresses or something? Or
Actually, you had to go downstairs to the warehouse, pick it out yourself,
Yeah,
and build
assemble it, yeah.
Assemble your own bed for the night. It's fine.
hey, the warehouse is big enough. You could have a lot of space for all 18 people.
If
but
I
I'm thinking
was-
in the showroom, you would, 1, not have a lot of privacy, but maybe 2, you might get stuck on a twin bed, which I don't think I could fit.
I
so.
would have enjoyed it like a sleepover. I
Yeah.
doubt I would have even slept. I would have just
You
run
think?
around. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just had a really good time at
Drive
nighttime.
the forklift.
Yeah, just totally
Just
had
go
fun.
screaming. You know what they also have?
What?
It'd be great for breakfast because they have the coffee. They also have those cinnamon rolls.
That's good. Listen, what you're telling me sounds like actually a really fun night.
Yeah,
So I
I
don't
think
think I would have a problem with it.
if we get a big snow, in the forecast,
I'm
let's
going
head
to
to IKEA. Yeah.
They spent the evening watching television, eating. They said it went super well, and they had a good night.
Yeah. I mean, how could you not?
So that was at IKEA in Copenhagen, and they stayed the night.
It'd also just be nice to be at IKEA when it's that unpopulated.
Oh, yeah, that quiet.
Yeah, when you have that much space to yourself.
If you went in, you could have gotten your shopping done,
Oh, yeah.
got everything picked
You
out.
could really put the thought, like, how would this really look in my living room?
I know I forget which countries, but there are certain countries where it's known for IKEA during, like, especially the weekends. People will go there and they'll just go and take naps
Mm-hmm. Oh,
on the
really?
furniture.
Yeah.
So they'll just kind of hang out at IKEA, and they're
Yeah.
not supposed to, but they'll just kind of move into one of the showroom areas
Uh-huh.
and just spend a few hours there like you were at someone's house.
Don't say we didn't warn you. This is the worst of the riot.
You have to see this video.
Okay.
You have to see it. Have you clicked on it yet?
Let's see the semi-truck one.
Yep, you've got to take a look at this. It is it's in Cook County, Illinois, on the Tri-State Tollway. This actually happened on Tuesday, but the video was going around yesterday of a semi-truck. And I mean, how can you describe it? It
The
is a
car's in the
car.
middle.
It is a black sedan lodged in between the rear wheels of a semi truck.
It's like the car's crushed in the middle where the driver would be.
Yep.
Are
But
they
wait,
in there?
keep watching. Keep watching.
Well, it's over.
Oh.
I went past it.
You missed it. You missed.
What did I not notice?
When they pull up close,
Yeah.
you see the driver. I don't know. I guess I can't tell if it's a man or a woman, but whoever it is in the car sticks their arm out and waves.
Oh no, to get help.
I guess they don't even seem that distressed. So it's almost like, is this all a setup?
No.
Is it all is it real?
No, because I've seen video of trucks, they'll like have something on the back of the truck and it knocks into a car and it drags the car along.
Yeah.
But like the car is turned to its side, right in the middle, crunched right in where the driver would be. Oh my gosh, I see the wave now.
Yeah, how can that
She's
happen?
like, hello.
Yeah, hello. How can that happen?
It's almost like a yoo-hoo.
Yeah, that's right. It's like she's happy to be on camera.
Oh, I would have had more urgency if I was stuck in
I
that.
would have been waving both arms.
Maybe she couldn't fit him through the window.
Maybe not.
It was crunched at that point.
Oh, man.
Oh, does it say she's okay, though?
Yeah, it does. It says, let's see, they closed. This is crazy. Police responded to the incident just after 11:40 a.m., and they shut it down. They say for 2 lanes were closed for 15 minutes. That's all it took while they investigated, and no injuries were reported.
Dude, don't investigate. Just pull over and get the person out of there.
If there's an investigation, where are the answers? How did this happen?
That is scary to know that a truck driver, it's what, the blind spot?
Yeah.
And I know in a truck, it's almost the whole thing is. But like, that's scary to think you could be dragged that far in your car.
You'd get more, resistance when you're driving. You know what I mean?
No, I don't even think you'd notice.
I guess at the end of the day, this makes me feel better about how I treat my car. Mm-hmm. Because what I mean is, if a semi-truck driver, and they always, it's like, this is my world right here. This is my truck. Like, I take care of this like it's like I'm married to it or something. I don't know. But, like they have such a reference a lot of time. And he's driving his semi-truck down the road, and he doesn't even notice that there's a car stuck underneath. He doesn't notice the difference in the drag and the turning radius and stuff like that. He's not even.
Well, it shows you how big the semi is.
Yeah. And,
the semi doesn't even look damaged at all.
No.
There's a car wedged in between the wheels of a semi-truck.
It is really a question of how the car could become that lodged underneath. And the person is fine. The driver was fine. And the truck driver, even when the actual car hit, how could he not realize?
I would like to see a video of that.
Yeah.
Instead of just her being dragged, but still waving in the semi-truck. I'm so glad she's okay.
Yeah,
that is awful looking.
This would be a whole different story if the person inside was not okay.
No, that is bad.
That is very fortunate, but it just raises a lot of questions.
I would love to see the semi-truck driver. It's like, what are you pulling me over for? What's wrong, officer? Like, well, let's take a walk around your
Well, you notice how you don't fit
going.
over here in the shoulder. It's because
you have a car there.
Yeah, you hear that noise? It's a car.
Well, everybody's okay, but I guess 15 minutes for an investigation to see what happened there.
This is what happens when you try to recreate a scene from Christmas Vacation. Not good.
Yeah! You were one of the lucky few who missed the riot when they were live. Yet here you are.
I also like to live dangerously.
This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
You ever use Redbox, Nikki?
No, I have not.
You've never done it?
Never, not.
Not once?
Not once.
Wow.
I usually see them if one grocery store always had one, but then I stopped going to the grocery store.
You stopped going inside?
I stopped going inside, and then some of like the CVS or Walgreens type places. Mm-hmm. So whenever you were sick, going in for medicine.
Oh, yeah.
But then I was always preoccupied.
Well, that's when you need the movies. Actually, that's a great location for the Redboxes.
Yeah, to have people who are sick and disoriented.
Yeah, and just need to kill some time maybe while they're stuck at home. Well, I wonder how Redbox does stay in business, because I don't know who goes and Redboxes things.
I used to always see a line.
Really?
But it's been a while.
That was before everybody had 7 different streaming services,
That's exactly it. Like, if I want to watch a movie, I have got so much to choose from. It might not, it's not new stuff necessarily, but there's plenty of stuff to choose from. So I do wonder now how, I keep wanting to say Netflix.
Yeah, right.
How Redbox is doing.
The Netflix of old.
Correct.
The one time it comes up is if there's a specific thing you want to watch and you look it up and it's not on any streaming service. And usually that's with newer movies that don't have like a direct to streaming service deal. And then you're like, man, should I go Redbox it? And I never do.
No, I
and
just rent it.
If I do, Redbox is always good for a free code somehow. So I never pay for Redbox. And somehow somebody out there is still using Redbox. And now if you go to a Redbox near you, what you may find is Redbox running ads on the Redbox screen to try to entice you.
Oh, so they'll get money that way.
Yeah, so they're gonna. But how I understand it is they're gonna start running ads. It seems for movies, which. Like, they already have all the movies rotating on there anyway, so they're already advertising to you, but now they're going to advertise for specific movies.
So it's not Redbox then advertising, it's the movie studio promoting that particular one. They're buying the ad time.
Yeah, so, and I wonder, too, is this going to be, like, do they have a sensor where when you walk up to the Redbox and it's like, before you rent, watch this 30-second trailer? Or, which really feels like that would make a lot of people just want to go away. Or is it going to be like constantly playing? So you're going to walk into the grocery store and you're going to hear the trailer for Venom all the time.
Maybe.
Which would drive the employees crazy, I'm sure.
I wonder how the screen will look too, because a lot of times you just get the glare from the sun when it's outside.
At the CVS or gas stations when they have it outside, it always has the shade over it.
It has the shade around it?
So it doesn't like burn out the screen.
But it'll see you walk up, it'll judge you.
Yeah.
It's got some sort of thing. Yeah. And then it'll say, oh, Hudson wants to watch this.
Yeah.
And it'll put the ad on for you.
Yep, it'll see me and it'll know, don't play any ads for musicals.
This is not on all of them. This will be deployed digital video signage on about 2,000 kiosks at first.
Mm-hmm.
They have about 4,000 eventually, which is about 10% of their 40,000 kiosks that they have in the United States.
Sure, so it's not even that many.
No, it's just trying it out to see.
Oh, that's good. I was worried my Redbox experience would be, sullied by ads. But.
I thought we established, though, you have no Redbox.
Well,
so.
I have it's not a good relationship. It's not a healthy not for them. For me, it's fine.
Yeah, but if you're always pulling a code out to get a free rental, then they got to get something out of you for walking up to a Redbox.
Yeah, well, I do wonder, how are they? How are they still around?
Still doing
who
it.
actually pays for it?
There's a lot of places, a lot of cities.
Yeah.
A lot of, smaller
There's a lot of people
areas.
out there.
Yeah, and they got to watch a movie somehow.
Yep. And Redbox
We would say rate and review the podcast. But let's be honest, that would probably hurt more than help. The Worst of the Riot podcast.
I don't know if you saw, but the U.S. Army has announced that they are revamping their fitness test for the first time since 1980.
Ooh.
Now we're talking.
And I wanted to see.
We want to find out first before we're all like, hey, great. We'll see how hard it is.
I wanted to see if you thought you could pass, but I also wanted you to maybe explain some of these exercises to us because I don't think Nikki and I know what they are.
I probably won't know either.
You go to the gym probably more so
now,
than.
Is this so you want to join the Army and you're taking the test to see if you can go in, or is this you have to always, go back to it in the Army to make sure you're fit enough?
I think this is like the requirements to even just get in.
To get in, okay.
Which used to be, go back to the 1980 version, which, it was the 2020 version. Until this year, this is what they were doing. Is 2 minutes of sit-ups, 2 minutes of push-ups, and a 2-mile run. And if you can do that, you can be in the Army.
Well, I don't want to be in anyways.
Yeah.
I don't even want to do it as is now. So, oddly enough, I won't even try.
I have a feeling they're not changing it to easier than that.
No, they're not.
Harder.
They are not, which, let's see. So now it's actually 6 different steps that you're going to have to do. 1, you have to do 5 reps of a deadlift. 140 pounds minimum.
Okay.
I don't think I'm out.
You're out?
I failed.
Step 1?
They've kicked me out.
140 pounds is not very heavy for a deadlift. You're just picking up 140 pounds. You're just picking it up.
Isaiah, look at me.
Hudson, you look incredible. When I look at peak physique, the first person I think of is Hudson.
Listen, Hudson, you just realized that you'd have the emotion when you were going through the test.
Yeah.
Like your body would... It'd be like, listen,
Hit a
there's
new
the
level.
dead weight right there.
It's like a mother with her baby trapped under a car. Like I just find new levels of strength because I really wanted to join the Army.
It doesn't mean you'll get the rest of the steps, but let's hear what they are.
Let's see. A standing power throw. Throw a 10-pound medicine ball overhead, backward, minimum of 15 feet, basically.
So you have to throw
so
a
you have to throw
10-pound
it
thing?
over the back of your head.
Or forward?
Has to go over the head, like over there, like this.
Gotcha.
15 feet.
I feel like we could do that.
I think that we could do that.
Yeah.
10 pounds is very light.
Yeah,
Here,
that
hand me my
sounds fine.
purse. So.
Let's see. Complete as many push-ups as possible in 2 minutes, minimum of 10. Man, if you're doing push-ups for 2 minutes straight, you can't hit 10. You should not be in the army. That feels like they should still ramp that one up a little bit. Let's see. The sprint drag carry 5 50-meter shuttles of sprint, sled drag, lateral, medicine ball carry, and sprint in 5 minutes.
In 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Yes, that seems like a lot.
I'm not sure about that
Yeah.
one. And then the leg tuck plank.
Okay.
So that's has many leg tucks and possible minimum plank time of 2 minutes and 9 seconds.
So this is what I want to know. What is a leg tuck?
A leg tuck? I honestly have no idea what a leg tuck is.
Is that
Wait
if
a
you
minute.
plank
Hold
and then
on.
tuck your
Oh,
legs
yeah,
in?
yeah.
A video.
That's what it is.
Oh, that's where. Oh, you're supposed to be hanging on a bar.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Look at the little video
Yeah. Oh,
thing.
yeah.
You're supposed to be
It's like
hanging on
an-
a bar and pull your legs up.
Oh.
It's like an ab workout.
Oh, no, thank you.
Yeah, that sounds rough.
Well, and then you end it with a 2-mile run.
You still have to do the 2-mile run, which, hey, you got 21 minutes to do that, which.
You say that, but then you did all that other workout stuff.
Yeah.
So, like,
Can
know,
you
it
do
just
the
Finishing
run
with that,
first?
yeah. I would want to
Is
start.
that-
I don't know if I'd want to start with the run. I could power through the run.
Yeah.
Because everything else, like, is like just like has to happen in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Where the run's like a 20-minute thing, and so I think I could just mentally overcome that.
Maybe we
think?
could tell ask the army person, like, can I just do one each day?
Yeah.
So I can,
I come out tomorrow.
Space
have
them out.
my most energy. I want to
Yeah.
get my best each time.
So it sounds like we all think we would be able to join the army.
oh,
Yes.
no.
You
no,
don't think
no.
so?
Listen,
I think we
Because of
do
this
it.
test or other things?
No, I know people are like, are you Army strong? No, I'm not. I'm not Army strong. But I appreciate the people that are Army strong. I
Yes.
just can't do that.
You think you would make it?
I think I could
Yeah.
pass those. I think so. I think that if I couldn't do it, then it'd be very difficult for people to do it. That's what
You
I
think
think.
there wouldn't be any
Well,
people in the
Isaiah-
army?
I don't think anybody would be able to do it, but also the old test was so ridiculously easy.
Yeah.
Of like the 3 different things that you had to be able to do that I was like, they need to ramp it up because like from 1980, like in the past 40 years, humans have evolved physically like a ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
So you'd think that they might make it a little
See,
bit
I thought-
harder.
I don't know why when I saw this story before I knew anything about it, I thought it would have been hard. They would be making it easier because they want more people to join.
No.
They're like, we can't get enough people in the army.
No, I think that's when they're like, no, you can have tattoos.
Yeah.
That's when they're
Come
bringing
on
more
in.
people in that way. Well, it seems like Isaiah's set to be our representative.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't know about all that. I think I
Well-
could pass this test. Am I going to? No.
If
Hey,
there's
wait, the recruiter guy wants you to just try it.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
gonna start getting phone calls again. And like, I'm a recruiter for the National Guard or the
Well,
Army
I'm
or whatever.
sure the Army needs 2 radio hosts for a show to tell people what's going on. in the
Yeah,
Army
there we
that
go.
day.
We
So
could do that.
Hudson and I will do that, and we'll let Isaiah do the
No.
physical test.
There we
No.
go.
You almost missed hearing this one. We just couldn't let that happen. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
Okay, stop me if this sounds familiar. Ready?
Yeah.
Toys R Us
Yes.
is
Is.
making a comeback.
Oh, nothing stays gone for good.
No, it does not. And Toys R Us, we've heard similar things before. In fact, you may remember they actually have a deal where they're going to have little shops inside Macy's locations
Yeah,
starting
we-
in 2022.
We talked about that. They're bringing shop in shops. So toy store, like the Toys R Us wouldn't be its own toy store.
Yeah.
It would just be a part of Macy's, and that's
It's like
next year.
Sephora for kids, right?
Yes, basically.
And now they're bringing back a Toys R Us that really is its own thing, but there's only going to be one.
And it's not like a pop-up. It's supposed to
No,
stay there.
it's supposed to stay. It is going to be at the American Dream Mall, which is in New Jersey, which I've seen stuff about the American Dream Mall before. They, do you remember this, Nikki? They're the one that has a whole Oreo store.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So,
Never been there, but
no, it sounds like a lot of fun, though, the American
go-
Dream Mall.
you could go get some Oreos and go get some toys.
For a while, it was like the American Nightmare Mall because it was all this stuff they spent billions of dollars to build and then was kind of empty, but it's finally starting to take shape. And now Toys R Us moving in, and they are going to be opening sometime this month where it's going to be a 2-story location. They're going to have all kinds of, just what you would think of when it comes to Toys R Us. And apparently, the thing that's interesting to me, a 2-story slide.
That's the only part that looks fun.
Yeah, right?
It's a 2-story, 20,000 square location, so it looks pretty big. It's got an ice cream shop in it, like a little cafe. But the slide part looks promising.
Oh, yeah. It's big enough for an adult, right?
As long as it's okay for everybody. And it's not like it's just there for show. Like, you can actually use the slide.
Oh, no, definitely.
That looks fun.
Just there for show for kids, because we need to fit down it also.
Well, the issue is, like, I don't have any toys I'm buying. And the last time, right when Toys R Us was closing, I was getting a gift for somebody, and I had ordered it online, but just wanted to pick it up at the store.
Yeah,
it was a mess.
Well, yeah,
and I mean,
Toys
it was just a pickup.
It was rough there. Do you have fond memories of Toys R Us from like when you were a kid, or?
I mean, I have memories, but are they the fondest of memories?
Yeah.
No, not really.
I don't either, because I'll tell you what my memories are. We would only go there every so often. So in a way, it was like a treat, but also it meant we were probably looking for something specific.
Yeah.
And it was almost like torture for us kids, because Mom would just be like, "This is so expensive. We're not getting stuff. This is too expensive." And it was like, now looking back, it was overpriced compared to, not that I, as a child was keeping tabs on all of the prices, but I just know Toys R Us. When I started getting old enough to buy video games and stuff at Toys R Us, then I was like, oh, yeah, this is worse. Well, this is a bad business right here.
It is all tied into, like, sometimes negative memories, because when you were little, if you were able to get something, like for me, my mom would take me if I was getting allergy shots or something.
Oh, yeah?
And not necessarily just to Toys R Us, but like just to like lunch and a toy.
Yeah.
So if you're able to actually get something, it was tied around like, oh, here's something traumatic that has happened, and now you can actually buy a toy.
Yeah.
So Toys R Us and toy stuff, it was lucky if you went, but it wasn't always for good reasons.
Well, I'm sure some other people had better experiences at Toys R Us than we did.
Ours.
But yeah, for you, it was you had to get your shots. For me, it was we were probably buying a toy for somebody else for some reason. I don't know why.
We didn't have any actual. So here you're getting a toy for a nice surprise.
Yeah, I never just went to Toys R Us and it's like, hey, pick out something nice for yourself. I don't remember that at all.
But this one looks kind of fun. So I guess if you want to try out the 2-story slide, you're in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And you want to go to the American Dream Mall?
American Dream Mall, yeah.
Then you can, starting in just a few weeks, actually, it opens. They'll have the new Toys R Us store there. And that's the only one that's supposed to actually open.
Yeah, and you can do that and go to the Oreo store. And I think they have like a indoor ski hill.
If you've ever asked yourself, just how bad can it get? We've got your answer right here. Worst of the Riot, RadioU.
Have you heard the Thanksgiving text story, Nikki?
From who?
The classic, it went viral back in 2016. It is a woman, her name is Wanda Dench, and she thought she was texting her grandson to check if he would like to come over for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And then it was
it was the wrong number. A guy named Jamal Hinton, who was a high school senior at the time. He didn't know her. He accepted the invitation anyways.
Yeah,
and,
I remember that one.
Yep, he's still gone every year for Thanksgiving since.
And they bring it up every Thanksgiving.
They do. Yep, every year it's back in the news.
Not necessarily them, but the news talks about it.
Yeah, right. And now it's going to be not just in the news. It's also going to be on Netflix.
Or are they making a movie about it?
They're making a movie about the Thanksgiving text.
All right. Well, that's where our money goes to. That and Red Notice.
Uh-huh. Yep. They're spending it wisely.
Maybe this one should be called Thanksgiving Notice.
Yeah. Actually, that'd be pretty great.
We're coming up with all the details for this new movie.
Man, yeah. Netflix, at this point, it's easier to find things they don't make shows and movies. Because
okay. This feels a bit more like a Lifetime or a Hallmark.
Oh, it absolutely does.
Movie. It doesn't feel like I normally hear Netflix is turning around and doing a movie about it, but I guess it's such a nice story.
I can see it from a million miles away, too, where like you can just predict the story. I don't know any of the backstory about these people at all. I don't know what they're like, but you can tell the Netflix movie would be like, the high school senior Jamal, he's like a struggling in high school. He's not getting along with people. Maybe he's running with the wrong crowd, getting into some trouble.
You're making a big narrative here.
And the woman, like she's maybe she doesn't have a great relationship with her actual grandchildren, and maybe she has a little bit of slightly racist tendencies. And then they come together, and then the accidental text, and then all of a sudden they wind up helping each other, and then it's a happy thing, and they both have learned from the experience.
Listen.
Which I don't know the real backstory. I'm sure they've helped each other in other ways. I don't know if that's but that's how the story would play out on a movie.
They don't want you to add that.
They don't want that.
They don't want that. They're like, listen, Hudson's not a part of the movie.
Hudson's
they don't want
not
anything
writing
to do
this.
with it.
We're not signing off on that version.
Correct. So they're going to be making a movie based on, the story of the meeting and then getting together every Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I mean, it should be a nice feel-good story. It'll fit right in on in the Hallmark collection there.
So the Thanksgiving text, this will be Netflix growing collection of live action, holiday fare that they make.
Mm-hmm.
They always try to at Christmas to, I think, fight off all the Lifetime and Hallmark stuff.
Yeah.
They have to come up with some nicer movies. So this is it.
I scrolled through before I wound up watching Gremlins on HBO Max. I scrolled through what was on Netflix for Christmas. Man, it's rough.
Is it bad?
It's all the Christmas prints and stuff like that. So that's a bunch of Hallmarky stuff, and this will fit right in. Although I have to say, I do appreciate finally getting a Thanksgiving movie.
That could be good.
Thanksgiving is underappreciated in the entertainment world.
That's right. So I don't know. I assume we'll see it next Thanksgiving. They haven't
I
said
don't
anything
know.
else.
It says exactly when, but you know how the turnaround on the Hallmark style movies is. It's pretty quick.
They just need to go to Vancouver. They're always filled in Vancouver.
Yep.
And then they'll, come out and we'll have a Thanksgiving movie for next year.
Looking forward to it.
Everything you love about the riot, plus a handy dandy fast forward option. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
All right. It's time for some honesty here. Isaiah, Nikki.
Yeah?
What are your top used emojis?
Oh. Well, I guess it'll tell you.
Does it?
Yeah.
Mine tells me my most recent. It doesn't tell me the ones that I...
Yeah, I think that's also
it doesn't
accurate.
rank them.
Usually your most recent, though, are the ones that are most used.
Yeah, unless it's just a random instance where you happen to use the pancake emoji. And that was the last text you sent. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. What do you think, Isaiah?
So I would say I don't know if they're my top. I would say they're probably my top use. I use like the shrug emoji a lot.
Yeah.
I use that one all the time because I think I can apply it to a lot of different things. I also use like the thinking emoji a lot. I don't know if you guys know which one that is. Like
where you're holding
he's
your...
like,
he's like thinking.
Yeah.
I use that one a lot.
You
Obviously,
got the fingers on the chin.
Yeah, the fingers on the chin, and then the laughing emoji. Obviously, everybody uses that one all the time.
Of course.
But
Which
I would
laughing
say,
emoji?
not like the sideways one. Like I don't use that one. I use like just like the regular,
standard.
the old fashioned.
Yeah.
The original one.
Do you have a few standbys, Nikki?
Probably just the smiley one, and then maybe like the one where he's all green, like
Oh
nauseous.
yeah. Yeah.
Because I feel like that works more than you think in a day-to-day setting for texting.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably those.
I don't think I use emojis frequently enough.
I knew he was gonna say that. I knew he was gonna say that.
I do not have that many emojis that I go back to.
But do you have someone, like for me, it's like me and my mom, we'll just send each other a bunch. But there's certain people where you don't text them emojis because it's just not the relationship that you have.
Yeah,
it's
like
not their
everybody.
style.
Yeah.
It's not my style, so it's everybody.
So now you
the
realize...
only person I can imagine texting an emoji like routinely is my wife, and even that's very few and far between.
So now you have to realize that you're everyone's person that we
Yeah.
don't text
You all
emojis
have
to.
Because
You have to be so straight-laced.
Yeah, you
around me.
match their energy. So like if they aren't using any emojis, like I'm not gonna be using
Not gonna
emojis
do
if you're
it.
not. So no one uses emojis with Hudson because he doesn't use them ever.
Well,
I'm
if you
making
ever-
everyone uncomfortable.
If
Exactly.
anybody ever texts me, you are more than welcome to.
Yeah, send them. Send them all.
I have a list here of the top 10 most popular, most used emojis worldwide from the Unicode Consortium, which sounds way too serious for something
what
to be
it
dealing
is.
with
Emojis.
emojis.
And they say these 10 most used emojis have not changed much since 2019, so
Yeah.
it's pretty much always the same.
It's just constantly we're using the laughing crying emoji.
Yeah.
That is still number one. It has been since 2019. Number 2 is the heart. Number 3 is the rolling on the floor laughing and crying. Then thumbs up. Then the sobbing Let's see. The praying hands is up there. So there you go. Your top
You don't wanna
used
do the
emojis.
rest?
What are the rest?
Well, you have
how would
the-
you describe? Well, the heart eyes is in there.
You have the side kiss one with the heart.
That's the one I use the most.
You have
The side kiss.
It is.
No, it's
I
not.
said it is. I said it to my wife.
That's the only one.
That's the only one you
I'm a
utilize.
major wife guy. I just
Yeah,
said-
big wife guy.
Yeah.
Big wife guy.
Uh-huh.
Then you have the hearts around the face. Then you have the heart eyes, and then you just have a smiley.
Yeah, the old classic.
There it is.
There's your top list of emoji. I want to see the list of the least used emojis
Well-
because there's
Probably
way
like the flags,
too many.
all the flags that
Yeah,
are in
why
there.
do they have that?
I don't
right?
even know.
No, it's the shapes and all.
Oh
all
yeah,
that section.
like the triangle.
Why
Why
the
would I
heck do
ever
they have
utilize the
those?
triangle?
I mean, you could say that about like 90% of emojis, but then the one time comes up where it's like,
You needed the
I'm
triangle.
glad that they have the triangle in here.
Thank
They've
goodness
thought
they
of
have the
everything.
train, you
Well,
know?
the Tears of Joy one, that's the number one most used emoji. That has been top, at least in the Apple world, since 2017.
So if you're using that one, don't feel alone.
We've done you a favor by selecting the best of the worst and compiling it all in one place. Riot Podcast Radio U.
Nikki?
Yeah?
You got anything interesting coming up this weekend?
Hopefully not too much.
Nothing?
No?
Isaiah? You?
See,
Watching the Buckeyes in the conference championship game? Oh, wait.
No.
I'm just
not.
joshing you.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. You can
I
say
know we
what
were messing around this morning. I guess we're joking this morning. We're just joking around. So, yes, I do have something on Saturday.
Tell us
I
more.
am going to a Friendsgiving, and I am illfully prepared. Like, I am not prepared for this
Did
Friendsgiving.
you forget it was tomorrow?
I didn't know. Like, I knew about it the whole time. Like, I knew about it like a month ago. But in my
Okay.
mind, I never really accepted
Oh.
that it was actually happening.
Yeah.
And so yesterday, my roommate Andrew, also going, was like, yeah, we have that in like a day and a half. Like, we have to like get something together because specifically they asked for us to bring a side.
Yeah.
And I have no idea. Like, I don't like things. Like, as we know, I like turkey and I like mashed potatoes, but obviously those are taken. Like, those
Yeah,
are
have
main.
to be, right?
Those aren't even a side. Like, there's
Yeah.
like the main thing. So what the heck am I gonna bring outside of like rolls? Actually, maybe I will bring
Hey,
rolls.
there you go.
Ooh.
You could be
Well,
roll guy.
Is there some sort of like, are you supposed to check in with the Friendsgiving host? Because otherwise, what if like 15 people bring rolls?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Is there a
haven't.
group text or something?
That's right.
There is a group. There's a group chat. I don't know like where I stand in the group chat. There's people that I know that are going. A lot of people that I don't know, and so I know expectations for me are super low. Like they probably aren't even expecting me to bring something. But at the same time, if I bring nothing, then I still look terrible.
If they're not telling you, then that means maybe they're like, maybe he won't come.
They're like, maybe Isaiah isn't even coming.
They
If he
needed to
does
invite
come,
you.
yeah, if he does come, there's no way he's bringing something. So I can shock everybody and bring something, but I don't know what to bring.
So is Andrew bringing something? Like, does he already have his?
He
squared
doesn't have
away?
anything either. So obviously we're both in the same boat.
Can you do
Neither
a
of us have
combo?
thing.
Bring something.
That's what we're gonna do.
That's
gonna
what
go.
you're doing?
Yeah, we're going together. So I mean, we might as well
All right.
might as well bring
Well,
stuff.
Here-
Jocelyn just texted, what if you do green bean casserole? Because that's super easy. Even though you don't eat it, maybe
Jocelyn.
that's what you can make. It is easy. It's like 2 cans of stuff. You mix it in
It's like
and you toss
Jocelyn.
I don't even like
Jocelyn
touching.
doesn't listen to the show.
It's like I don't even like
you knew
touching.
Jocelyn?
It's like I don't even like touching green beans.
You
Like I
don't.
couldn't.
You just pour them from a can.
But Nikki, the smell, like
Oh
there's so many things that go with that. I have to carry it in. Ugh, I
Then
can't.
I hate to tell you, but your only easiest option might be rolls.
What do you think about
like
corn,
the Hawaiian ones?
corn pudding?
I don't even know what corn pudding is.
What?
But
Well,
I
you
don't
just
think I
bring
like
corn.
it.
Listen, you
You
go.
don't have
I
to
like
Do
corn,
it.
but I'm not gonna bring something I don't like.
You're going to have to.
I want to bring something I'm gonna enjoy.
You would love corn pudding.
Maybe, hey, listen here. What if I bring like a peanut butter and jelly platter, like a PB&J platter?
Hey, that's an excellent idea.
I bring that
Ooh.
in. It's a shocker. You know, everybody's expecting like mashed potatoes and turkey and green bean casserole. I just bring in a PB&J platter,
Yeah.
and everybody
Maybe
loves it.
You get like a what are they? The cookie cutters, and it's like
oh
shaped
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a
cookie
little
or
star.
something?
Yeah, little, yeah.
It's like
a little cookie.
Uncrustables
Yeah.
almost.
Yes.
And you could just be like, "What? This is what you do at? This isn't what you guys do at your Thanksgiving."
Yeah, exactly.
It's a tradition in our household.
Yeah,
Isaiah's
PB&J
going
platter.
to a Friendsgiving, a late one, since we're already in
Yeah.
December, but
Yeah.
a Friendsgiving tomorrow. So
Friendsmas.
If anybody that's an even better idea.
Friendsmas.
Oh my gosh. Just ask the host to change it.
Yeah.
I'm sure she won't mind.
I'm sure she wouldn't mind at all. Ideas for me, yet again.
That's why
I'm
she's
sure
like,
she'd love ideas for me.
That's why she's like, don't invite Isaiah because he's just going to bring the show into it.
He's going to ruin it 100%.
Well, maybe text if you have an easy option that Isaiah might want to actually eat of what he should bring to his Friendsmas tomorrow.
Yeah, the options are probably limited.
They're
But
very limited.
Very limited, but it doesn't have to do with Thanksgiving. Just the the easiest things you can think of, like
All
a
right.
PB&J platter. Maybe I bring bananas. I don't know. Apples, a bag of apples.
You could just bring a fruit plate. You don't even have to make that.
Yes,
You just go buy
I just
it.
bring it.
See,
Yeah.
I feel that could be that's an appetizer, so it's not a part of the meal. So I think that might be taken care of already, or you might be frowned upon for bringing that.
They're going to frown anyway.
They're
They're
gonna
gonna
frown no
frown.
matter what I bring. Whatever I bring, I know it's gonna be wrong. So I've already accepted that part of it.
Well, why don't you text at 877 to Radio U, and you have to give them some ideas. But remember, let's keep this real simple.
Yeah.
You might be thinking that this won't be quite as bad the second time around. Well, you'd be greatly mistaken. You're listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
He's got a belated Friendsgiving coming up. Tomorrow you're going?
Yes.
Tomorrow-
Tomorrow's Saturday, so
Yep.
therefore I am going tomorrow night.
So he's planning now what his side dish will be.
Yeah.
I got all day tomorrow.
He's gotta
so I
bring
got plenty of
something.
time.
Well, I guess because it's not like if your Friendsgiving was like actually during Thanksgiving, sometimes it's hard then to go run to the store and actually find something. But
Yeah.
this weekend should be clear. So
it could
I'm
be
sure you're good.
You're right. You just get whatever's on discount.
Ooh.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I saw they had really good deals, actually, on turkeys yesterday when I
He's
was
only
at the
supposed to
store.
bring a side. He's not
I
bringing the
bring
turkey.
in the turkey and
Hey.
undermine the whole thing. I'm like, I think we need a turkey, don't we?
Of course.
You bring in yours. You're not even bringing in. You don't want to bring in anything. You're not going to make a turkey.
No chance.
Well,
if I
I
did, it'd be
have-
terrible.
I have some options, so
Let's
go
hear
through
'em.
some of these and tell me if you like anything. Matt said Jell-O.
Oh, I love Jell-O. Jell-O is one of my favorites. I have Jell-O at my house right now. My mom makes an incredible layered Jell-O.
Why doesn't your mom make it tonight?
Listen, if I ask my mom to do this for me, that just looks so bad.
No,
Like,
it doesn't.
Why?
I'm a
That's what
man,
mom's
Nikki.
for.
I'm a
your
man. I
That's
can
what
do
moms
this.
are
You're afraid of
for.
looking bad in front of your mom or in front of your friends?
No, obviously I wouldn't tell my friends that my mom made it. But at the same time, I don't want her to have to feel like she has to do it for me. 'Cause
Well-
she would
Oh,
love,
she would feel.
She would
She's
love
listening
to,
right
though.
now.
She would.
and
I
she's
think-
already
love to.
started the Jell-O.
She's already at the store getting
Yes.
Yeah.
stuff.
Uh-huh.
And if you bring anything that's in layers, they're going to know you did not make
Yeah,
it.
you're
So
right.
It was
who
a
does
dead
that?
The
giveaway.
showmanship. I'm like,
Paul-
I know.
Paul said a can of cranberry sauce. Just bring a
Ooh.
can.
I've never tried cranberry sauce, so
That
that,
could
be
work.
interesting.
Yeah, I can tell you wouldn't like it.
You don't
Aaron
think so?
sent in a recipe for a Jiffy corn casserole. So like
Ooh.
a cornbread thing.
Is
And
that
love
the one on the
cornbread.
box?
that could be good.
I do like cornbread.
There
Stacy
you
had
go.
a great idea. You could make the peanut butter and jelly charcuterie board with sides of chocolate milk shots.
Chocolate milk
Or
shots?
just milk in general.
That
with
sounds
it.
fantastic. Oh my
does.
gosh,
It sounds
I'm
like
bringing
a lot of
little,
work, though.
little milk shooters. That'd be hilarious. That would be
Or
so funny.
Just a simple meat and cheese tray
Oh, I
with some
love a
like
meat and
Ritz
cheese tray.
crackers, which is a adult lunch bowl
Yeah,
at
there
that
you go.
point. Let's see. Erica says Friendsgiving appetizer bacon wrapped smokies could be an option.
Ooh.
What's a smoky?
Like
the
the little
little
tiny
sausages?
sausages?
Oh yeah, like a pig in a blanket or whatever. Yeah, but
Just
with
that
bacon.
size.
Just
like
the
mini
pig.
one. Yeah.
Just the pig.
A pig wrapped in another pig.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's it. Let's see. Justin said, there's no such thing as too much dessert, so you could just bring a pie. But if you're supposed to bring a side, I don't know if
Yeah,
a dessert
right.
would work.
You should probably clarify on that.
Maybe I bring the best dessert, and then yet again, the host hates
Yeah.
me.
Well, actually, it's kind of why I like the Jell-O idea, because even if there is other dessert, Jell-O is light
So
enough.
light, yeah.
It can just fit in. It can be a complementing role along whatever the other dessert is.
Of course, yes.
Roll, meaning don't forget the rolls too. That could be
Yes.
easy. Keith said mac and cheese. You could make that as like a side dish. That's
Mac
a
and
great
cheese
idea.
would be great. You
I
just
love
go to
mac and cheese.
You don't even have to make it. And I know this sounds super lazy, but I think that's what you want, right?
Oh yeah.
Just go get a catering thing of mac and cheese from City
Or like-
Barbecue
the
or
Bob Evans ones.
Chick-fil-A or something. They'll take care of you.
Maria says deviled eggs or maybe like some chocolate chip cookies or something easy.
I do need to try a deviled egg. I have flirted with that for
Do
the past
you?
couple of weeks now.
Do you really need?
I want to try it.
Is it
I
a
feel
need?
like I like eggs. I want to try it, but I'm also not brave enough to do
I
it.
like.
Aren't you afraid of eating anything that's deviled?
I don't even know what deviled means.
Me
Like,
neither,
I don't know
but it
what that
sounds
means.
bad.
But I'm willing to try it. They get hyped up
just,
so much.
Let's just stick with your mom making you the Jell-O thing.
I know.
Please, Mom. Isaiah's mom, will you make him the Jell-O thing?
Didn't you say your mom made deviled eggs for Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
So get her to make those.
Deviled eggs?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can bring deviled eggs,
You
though.
can.
Why not?
You
Deviled
can.
eggs? That seems like yet again.
Well, it would be a big risk to try a deviled egg if you've never had one and do it in that venue. Because
Well,
what if it makes
yeah.
you gag or something?
Oh, yeah.
Mike said, man, make green beans. It's just green
my
beans.
God.
No.
Not a shot.
So Isaiah's going to Friendsgiving or a Friendsmas tomorrow. So if you ever still have any simple ideas for what he can bring because he waited till today and it's tomorrow. Justin's idea is take leftovers.
Yes.
Like if you
Got
have
some
any
leftover
Thanksgiving.
mashed potatoes, so I have some turkey here, too.
I love it. Everybody else is just suggesting some sort of easy dessert.
I would like the idea of you want to make it manly, you want to make it fun. You and your roommate, you work together on a pot of chili.
A pot of chili.
Yeah, now that's manly right
But
there.
remember, what do you do with the pot of chili?
What do
you
you
go to
mean?
Wendy's.
Yes, there you go.
And then you bring the chili from there.
Yeah, that's
It's
cutting
award-winning
corners.
chili.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I bring like a 6-pack of hot dogs. Just cold.
Uncooked,
Just a
so not
6-pack
even?
of hot dogs. Like, I brought something.
That's enough of that. For more Riot content, head to riot.radiou.com.